Hello everybody, we've got another exciting episode of AMA Air coming up in just a second, but first we had some breaking news over the weekend that we wanted to share. On Saturday, Stratolaunch Systems Corporation successfully completed their first flight of the world's largest all-composite aircraft, the Stratolaunch. This aircraft has been in development since 2011 when Stratolaunch and Scaled Composites teamed up to build it. The Stratolaunch features a 238-foot dual fuselage design and a wingspan of 385 feet. That's greater than the length of a football field. Achieving a maximum speed of 189 miles per hour, the Stratolaunch flew for 2.5 hours over the Mojave Desert at altitudes up to 17,000 feet. Now, as part of the initial flight, the pilots evaluated aircraft performance and handling qualities before landing successfully back at the Mojave Air and Spaceport. Well, we reached out to Scaled Composites design engineer and AMA member Mason Hutchison, and he had this to say about the flight. First flight was an incredible experience. The fundamentals learned from model aviation most certainly played a role in the successful test of the world's largest wingspan airplane. Stay tuned to the May 1st episode of AMA Air, where we will talk more about the Stratolaunch, as well as about the many AMA members who were part of the design team that made this achievement possible. But for now, I'll send you back to our regularly scheduled episode.
On this episode of AMA Air, find out how you can register for some fun electric flying in Muncie, Indiana.
Also learn what exciting bonus content will be in the next issue of Park Pilot Magazine.
And later on in our show, find out about a new program that will allow you to visit the National Model Aviation Museum from the comfort of your home. All that and more on this episode of AMA Air. And welcome to AMA Air, your source for modeling news. I'm Claire Aldenheisen.
And I'm Matt Ruddick. Chris Savage is on assignment. If you love flying all things electric powered, mark your calendar for June 21st through the 23rd this year to attend the National Electric Fly-In. This fun, low-key event is held each year at the International Air Modeling Center in Muncie. This is the 11th year for the Fun Fly, which is sponsored by Motion RC. Pilots can expect warbird gaggles, an RC combat contest, and plenty of fun. You can register now at nefi.modelaircraft.org.
If you have ever participated in the AMA Nats, you might be familiar with Nats News. In the past, the newsletter was produced almost daily each summer and, for the most part, was printed and hand-delivered to competitors. This year, you will have more online options to find out what's happening at the Nats. You can expect more timely daily reports and photos online through the work week with an online newsletter wrapping up each event. Also, the November 2019 issue of Model Aviation Magazine will have extended Nats coverage, more so than in the last several years. This change is more cost-effective and is a wiser way to spend AMA members' dues money. You can sign up for daily email notifications and learn more about the Nats at nats.modelaircraft.org.
Warmer weather is finally here, and if you're a subscriber, your next issue of Park Pilot Magazine will also soon be on the way to your mailbox. In the meantime, you can see great bonus content taken directly from the spring 2019 issue in the digital edition of the magazine, including the versatile Horizon Hobby Blade Inductrix switch. Let's go check it out.
Hello, I'm Dylan Carpenter, creative producer for digital media here at the AMA, and I'm here to tell you about an exciting innovation in the microdrone world from Horizon Hobby. By now, you've most likely heard about tiny whoops and micro quadcopters. These little flying machines are fun to fly indoors alone or racing with a group of friends. Recently, the online community has introduced a new twist, the ability to convert one into a tiny hovercraft. The Blade Inductrix switch adds their own twist to the design, the ability to convert it back and forth from a micro drone to a hovercraft. The Blade Inductrix switch RTF comes pre-assembled as a hovercraft and is ready to hover out of the box. The kit includes the Blade Inductrix switch, a 2.4 GHz 4-channel transmitter, one S25C 150 mAh LiPo battery and charger, 4 AA batteries, and a user manual. Because of the way the hovercraft floats on a pillow of air, the lack of traction makes these fun to drive and drift over carpet, hard flooring, or even water. The switch is also conformal coated, which makes it perfect for hovering across puddles and other bodies of water. The frame of the hovercraft is made out of molded EPP foam and rigid molded plastic. The The EPP foam skirt offers superior durability when bumping into furniture and walls and is resistant to denting. The nose of the frame is rounded to be able to roll out of corners in the event of a head-on collision. The optional FPV camera adds a whole new level of fun. Instead of cruising around line of sight, you can attach an FPV camera and get a mouse's eye view of the action. Half of the fun of a hovercraft type vehicle is drifting. Due to the way these hovercraft operate, they lack any form of traction. It can be frustrating at first to adapt to how this vehicle handles, because the momentum will carry the vehicle out of a turn if you're not careful. Once you get the hang of it though, you start to use the momentum to make wide, sweeping turns and then power out of them at the right moment. It's super exciting to nail a drift around a corner and come out of it at high speeds. There are 2 control modes while in the hovercraft configuration. One mode allows for simple one-stick operation. The left stick controls the forward thrust, downward thrust, or pillow, and yaw. 2-stick control mode places thrust and steering on the left stick and pillow control on the right stick. This mode would be preferable in circumstances where you might need control over separation from the surface, such as on carpet or water. The onboard LED shows what control mode the hovercraft is set to, and a simple stick maneuver will change between the 2 modes. The switch comes with safe technology and is easy to switch from flight mode to hover mode. Attaching the flight frame to the hovercraft frame is a literal snap. Unhook the ducts from the body, pop the flight frame out, and hook the ducts to the rear of the flight frame. After a quick stick maneuver, the switch is ready to fly. The frame itself is an interesting innovation. All 4 ducts are removable and effectively replaceable in case one breaks. In flight mode, the switch isn't exactly impressive or powerful and wouldn't be an option if the customer wanted a raw racing or aerobatic machine, although one could upgrade and customize the craft at a later time. But the real fun about this product is the versatility and creativity of the switchable hovercraft design.
You can subscribe to the digital edition of Park Pilot at theparkpilot.org. And when we return, take a look at some upcoming events and learn how you can find one near you.
And still ahead, find out which AMA members are in a documentary that recently made its world debut.
The Rocky Mountain Soaring Association will hold its Las Vegas F3J and F5J tour from May 3rd through the 6th. The soaring event will take place at a sod farm located near Las Vegas. The field will open for practice on May 2nd and on-site camping is available.
All types of electric-powered model aircraft are invited to fly at the Open Electric Fly-In in Roy, Washington. The May 4th event is hosted by the Mount Rainier Remote Control Society. The club's flying site features camping, a paved runway, and a covered shelter. A quadcopter course will be set up and there will be night flying.
Jet on over to Mount Pleasant, Texas, May 9th through the 11th for the Northeast Texas RC Club's Texas Jets event. The flying site features a concrete pit area with electricity and a hard surface runway. Electric jets are welcome.
Onion Crest Air Park in Nebraska will be the site of the Kearney RC inaugural Fun Fly. The May 11th event will begin at 8 a.m. and end at 8 p.m. Spectators are welcome.
7 days of flying, swimming, camping, and boating are all planned for the Camp Far West Seaplane event in Northern California. Transportation to and from the water and a chase boat will be provided to pilots at no cost. The event takes place May 12th through the 19th.
The public is welcome to take their first flights with Trainer Aircraft, see product demonstrations, and learn more about the hobby at the Northern Virginia RC Club's Open House and Fun Fly on May 11th. The event takes place from 8 a.m. to noon. For more information on these events or to find one in your area, you can check out the sanctioned event calendar in Model Aviation or at modelaircraft.org.
Still ahead, learn about new technology being used by the National Model Aviation Museum.
Every journey starts somewhere. Our journey begins with imagination. And imagination can take us anywhere. Because the best journeys end with new beginnings.
A handful of AMA members are featured in a documentary that recently debuted at the Cleveland International Film Festival. Float, a film about indoor free flight competitors and their aircraft, features AMA members Brett Sanborn, Kang Lee, John Kagan, and Jim Richmond. In 2018, Brett Sanborn won the F1D World Championship for indoor model aircraft, held in West Baden, Indiana. Let's hear from producer Ben Sachs, who were at the 2018 World Championship.
Why don't you tell us real quick about your involvement with F1D and your history with it?
Yeah, I was on the 2002 Junior F1D World Championship team. I came in second place at the World Championships, and our team came in first place. I got involved in indoor through the Science Olympiad program, so I flew Science Olympiad Right Stuff events through middle school and high school, and then flew AMA events. I went to the United States Indoor Championships for a number of years, and then flew F1D. And then I was the junior team manager in 2010, and right around then is when I started the documentary project.
Okay, yeah. So you did do a documentary project. We were actually hoping to be able to talk to a few competitors today, but as we've seen, it's very intense competition. This is the only time to practice right before competition begins tomorrow, so we didn't get that chance. But your documentary kind of explores that aspect, right?
Yeah, we've spent the last 8 years following competitors around from various regional contests, the United States Indoor Championships, and several different World Championships. And the idea is that we're showing the drama that's involved, the craftsmanship, the patience, and what it takes to become the next world champion. And so our documentary is going to be featured in film festivals next year and available online, hopefully thereafter. And it's something that's really important to me because I'm involved in the hobby. I'm really passionate about making sure that more people know about indoor, and there's not a lot of people that are here. This is pretty much the world's best indoor flyers in one space. So, yeah.
All right, so you mentioned that next year you're hoping it'll get into the festivals and then be available for release soon. You just were able to screen it for the people here tonight, or here last night.
Yeah.
What were the reactions you got?
I think a lot of people really loved it. They've been waiting a long time to see it, so there was a lot of anticipation. The feedback that we got in general was really good, and so we're going to take that feedback and we're going to go through some workshops this summer. We're shooting here some additional footage at the 2018 World Championships that we're going to then integrate back into the film. And once we have a finished product, then we're going to release it. So yeah, everyone really loved it, and I think we got a lot of laughs and a lot of applause, so it was great. Yeah.
And people can find it at floatdocumentary.com, correct?
That's right. That's floatdocumentary.com.
And all your following on social media as well are linked on that website.
Right. Yep, we're on YouTube, we're on Vimeo, we're on Instagram and Facebook, and we're most active on Instagram and Facebook.
The film is expected to be released on DVD later this year. You can watch the film's trailer at floatdocumentary.com.
If you're wondering what's in the National Model Aviation Museum's collection, but don't have time for a visit, well, we've got some really good news for you. Soon you'll be able to browse a portion of the museum's artifacts online. On our next episode, we will share how you can access these new exciting benefits that are just a few mouse clicks away. Well, that's all we have for this episode of AMA Air. You can stay connected with us by following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
For even more videos, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And from all of us here at AMA, thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time, but for now, as Chris likes to say, it's time to get flying.